Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone Podcast, where we discuss all things crypto markets. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to discuss Valve completely nuking the CSGO skin market. We're going to talk about Hype getting a new DAT and its first major exchange listing. And we're going to live track the Meteora airdrop, which is live now. GM. How you doing, Clemente? You excited about this Meteora airdrop?
You are very excited. You're more excited than you're very chipper this morning, Ray, which is great. I am quite the opposite, actually, but I'm excited to talk to you about it. I'm a little bummed out, dude, with everything going on in crypto. This might be the most bearish I've been in a very long time, comparative to the price action that we're seeing. So that is my feeling, but I'm excited to be here with you. And I'm excited to also claim my $7 of Meteora. Ray's muted on Twitter. If you want to let me on the Twitter space, Ray, that would also be phenomenal. Boom. We're just locked in right now. Boom. Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, everyone. How's it going? We're live here on Twitter Spaces now that we are unmuted. What's going on, guys? We're also live on YouTube. Ray, why are you so chipper this morning?
Yeah, everything's coming up nicely right now. I mean, it's been a great 24 hours for the kid. We've got Hype getting a Robinhood listing. We've got Meteor airdrop today, claiming that right now 2,047 met in liquidity. I'm just pushing through the transaction as we speak. We've got MegaETH trading at 5 billion FTV pre-market. I've got a fluffle. I'm trying to get in on this investment round.
Is that unlocked right away if you have a fluffle?
I don't know the details. I don't know the details there. We're gonna
hit you with a 24-month vesting.
And then we've also got Kinetiq releasing their tokenomics, and it's looking like I'm gonna make a few $1,000s there for just holding Hype as well. So it's been a great 24 hours.
Some of that is yours staked or something? I'm
holding K Hype, which is the staked type.
I mean, what the hell is that shit? What the hell's Kinetiq? See, I don't know how you guys keep up with all this bullshit. Kinetiq on Hype. I have literally never heard of that until you just brought it up this morning. Either I'm just completely out to lunch, or this is just the most crypto thing ever. And K Hype. All right. So congratulations, Ray, on getting K Hype.
Also, your boy's killing it on fantasy. Look at this.
I don't even know what this is, Ray.
You know, fantasy top.
I know, but this is like the new tournament version.
Yeah, so it's like a redo of, remember when they had those like entry tournaments where you don't own the cards?
Yeah,
it's sort of like tactics, but they have like a bigger like revolving hero list. This is my first week on. I'm playing myself. I'm top 10. I'm trying to get Batman Joe here. He's playing me. I'm trying to get him over to the #1 spot. Debuting right around the 50 mark, 759 points. I've been absolutely smashing it on Twitter via my own normal metrics. So
you paid $50 or whatever to enter this tournament as a player, and then you're also a hero in this.
Yep, exactly.
Got it. That's cool. I literally completely missed it. I had no idea.
Yeah, I think it's this tournament specifically was 4 tickets, and the tickets are I think $5 a piece.
Nice,
but it's random. You don't know who you're gonna get. So I entered a bunch. I got myself once.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm trying to load up on myself, but it's hard to do.
Well, I have a lot of takes on everything going on here, Ray. I don't think I actually, with your MegaETH stuff, I am gonna counter it. We can do a little discussion where I'll play the bear, you play the bull. We'll play bull versus bear.
I love it. How about we do the weather report? Because we're going to talk about almost all this stuff in there. Run through a little weather report, and then we can kind of dive into it, because I don't want to go like and just run our weather report and talk about the same stuff again. So whenever you're ready, kid.
Cryptic Dan, you got a big. I mean, we got some K. I would love to hear from the audience. Do you know what K Hype is? I think that's a good litmus test for how plugged in you are to crypto. Do you know K Hype? Are you familiar? Or I guess, sorry, Kinetiq. No idea what that is.
War Daddy's over there working for Kinetiq.
I'm sure War Daddy. I mean, War Daddy is basically Mr. Hype. He eats, sleeps, and breathes that. Okay, boom. David Fowler, never heard of it. Live a Fake Eye, never heard of it. Yeah, I mean, this is, can't say I'm surprised. And of course, I'm right about being bearish. We're seeing the stock market just nuke pre-market according to Win or Lose Rug 799. So, we got a little bit of a crazy morning so far, but we're going to dive into it, starting off with the weather report, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Thursday, October 23rd. Apologies. Looking over at the crypto roundup, 8 days until Halloween. The majors bounced with Bitcoin back over 109, back below 109 as of now. We got Ethereum at 38, 37. Solana just under 190. I mean, it feels like I'm reading the same prices every single day. When was the last time Solana was not at 190? I mean, we've basically just been sitting here. And you got everyone saying it's October. Other people are saying it's bearish. Meanwhile, we're basically just chopping. It's pretty tough. Hype looking very good. Obviously, I think that's above $40. But over the past 24 hours, Hype was listed on Robinhood. Robinhood became the first major exchange to list the token. Hyperliquid Strategies Inc. also filed for $1 billion raise to fund a Hype strategy. What the hell is... Surely this is going to work out. As we all know, these digital asset treasuries always work out. You love to see it. Hype clearly getting some momentum, though. They're getting their own Tom Lee and Michael Saylor over on Hype. Next up, MegaETH announced details surrounding their public pre-sale price. This sale will take place on Echo Sonar platform and at a max $999 million FDV. That seems cheap. And it is cheap because the Mega token began trading pre-market on Hyperliquid yesterday, and it is currently trading at a $5 billion FDV. This is what they call free money, folks. You max bid. If you're an accredited investor, you max bid the MegaETH for $200K, and then you short it on Hyperliquid. Free money. Free money. Finally, the CSGO skin market is in shambles after developer Valve introduced inflationary mechanics for its most valuable knife skins. So users could spend $5 on skins that could be combined to form some of the most rare knives. I read that you could literally get a knife for $100,000 by buying these $5 skins and combining them. The total market cap of CS2 fell over 25% on the change. I would expect it to be more, to be honest, but I guess it makes sense when it's only a specific type of asset. Wow. Unbelievable. Ray, you also did not include the Beyond Meat price action. That was a roller coaster of a day yesterday. That's the latest meme stock that began running following a short squeeze rally. It ran from 50 cents all the way up to $7.40 yesterday, and we saw an implosion on it, dropping over 50%. And it's down 23% this morning, down to $2.75. I mean, good God. Retail getting rinsed once again. Back to you in the studio.
Unfollow anybody who is showing you Beyond Meats as a meme stock play. Just do that right now and save your sanity on the timeline. Lots to unpack there, Clemente. Tons of different topics today. Meteor is live.
What's the market cap on that thing?
Pulling it up now. I've gotten $47 in fees since we've started.
$600 million FDV.
Yeah,
that feels low.
Let's take a look at the Met token. Pulled up over on.
I got it right here, right? I mean, I'm quick to it right now. $600 million FDV. Why would I? I'm not gonna buy this, but if I would, I'm not buying anything right now. But if I would buy this token here, 600 mil. What? Wasn't it expected like trading pre-market at like 1.8?
Yeah, so let's pull up. I got the pre-market here. I'm gonna pull mine up so you can see like a longer price action on this. So we opened up and we're trading in the 1.4 to 1.8 zone for a few days. and then essentially been kind of like falling since they opened up the airdrop claim checker, and then have since fallen all the way down to 61 cents. Part of this is the mechanics for the airdrop. Basically had the token open at a $500 million FDV. So we talked about this on the show. It was trading at 1.5. We figured, hey, it's going to come back towards that 500 million initial price at some point, because that's where like the liquidity is going to be concentrated. So like we were definitely kind of bearish on that 1.5 on the show. And we were like trying to figure out what makes sense, like claiming the airdrop or getting into the initial liquidity pool. And at this level, people who put it into the liquidity pool have to be happy. Unless you were able to sell, like claim and nuke immediately upon launch 16 minutes ago, you're likely going to be better off in this pool.
I mean, why would you not just short everything as soon as it gets listed on Hyperliquid pre-market? Is there anything that has pumped? I mean, I think Pump did go up after it was listed pre-market, although I don't fully remember. But Monad, remember Monad? Like Monad's down 60-70% since it was on
XPL. You would have got blown out
if you shorted.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a foolproof there. Very interesting, guys.
MegaETH.
You know, we're spitballing here. This is not, we're live trying to figure out. I would short MegaETH here.
Really?
Short that thing, dude.
Let's talk about it. So $5 billion FDV. I think this is above my expectations for initial launch.
I don't know how to value chains, to be honest with you. I'm obviously a fan of Bread, and I think his thesis on like the instant transactions is very it's great. Would it like 5 billion FDV? That puts it. AVAX is at 8 billion market cap.
14 for FDV.
It would put it with Arbitrum, right? Like around the Arbitrum. Arbitrum's at 1.7 billion. Right, I think unlocked. You're going to look at, probably you're not going to see more than 40% unlocked, right? So you'd probably be seeing this at like 1.5, right? Like actually, right around Arbitrum is a good comp, but I don't know. I think
Arbitrum's a good comp here.
I also think a lot of it's going to be locked. So
yeah, let me talk about that really quickly. So a few things. I'm going to open up the token sale page here, just to talk about this.
So maybe give people a little bit of context on the public sale and the Fluffle thing.
Yeah. So they have raised 2 times publicly, and they've raised privately as well. They had the Fluffle sale for 1 ETH back earlier this year when ETH was around $2,700. That was at I want to say 550 mil FDV. They had a private round in the 300s, and then they had a private, like semi-private, semi-public round on Echo. That was around like 330 mil that closed earlier this week, which was the same as the private round. So like people were able to get in on Echo at the same as like the early backers were. So now they announced the public round.
So they just raised again on Echo?
They had a smaller raise on Echo, yeah.
Okay.
So here's the, I'm going to pull up megamath.fun. This is like a good, like it shows you here what's going on with the different rounds. Echo, you could contribute up to 3,700 at 220 million. The Fluffle round was 2,650 at 550 million. And that was Sonar round, which is the public round. They're going to be selling 10 billion of they're going to be selling 500 million tokens. This is 5% of the total 10 billion supply. Up to $186,000 can be contributed per individual. It's an English auction. So you give your bid, you give your like how much you want to put in and at what price. And that the highest you can bid is just under 10 cents per token, which is a 999 million FDV, which is 1/5 of what it's trading at right now pre-market. So that's how it works. There is some like stipulation, like in case it is oversubscribed,
which it will be.
Yes.
How much are they trying to raise if they raise at the maximum valuation?
So they are raising
token supply for 5%. 5% of token supply for 10 cents each
for a bill. So that's 50 million. And so U.S. investors have to be accredited, not available in the UK. If you are in the U.S. and you are accredited, your tokens are locked for 1 year. And then another thing here that might help early valuation. If oversubscription happens, a special allocation mechanism will be used. They'll look at your profile and MegaETH activity and socials and stuff. But it also says selection of the lockup may help with your allocation. So people are going to be incentivized to lock tokens for 1 year to receive max allocation if they're reading this and they're looking at the terms.
I mean, good God.
Yeah. Also, there's a 10% discount on the 1 year lock in terms of valuation.
Well, yeah, I mean, there should be a 50% discount. What token holds up its value 50 a year after it's by 10%? I would unlock it right away. Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of nuance there. So you have to be an accredited investor. Are you an accredited investor, Ray?
I am not.
Okay. So what's your plan for this? Obviously, you got it on the Fluffle, so you have some exposure here. Dude, honestly, I have no idea how to value blockchains. I am so cooked on these. I've just witnessed all of these be basically down only. Like, what's the and again, if I could participate in this, by the way, if I could participate in this, if there was no KYC, no accredited investor, and if I could put money in, I want to make it clear, I would 1,000% put money in. Would I put 100 grand in? No, I'd probably put in like 5 to 10K. But I would 100% participate in this. I want to make that clear just because it's such a no-brainer at a $1 billion FTV. The 1 year lockup isn't ideal, to be honest. Okay, so what's your bull case for MegaETH?
It becomes like a major competitor to Base in terms of like very performant Ethereum EVM based blockchains.
Say that one more time.
So it becomes a competitor to Base for performant EVM blockchains. Faster than Base, settles to Ethereum. Maybe there's a world where you can say, okay, maybe TradFi uses MegaETH rails to conduct what they need to conduct on the blockchain at the speed they need to conduct it. It's like faster than Solana speeds with EVM developer rails. It's kind of like the thesis.
Okay. All right. Can you make me co-host, by the way? I would change the title list. We would go bullish versus bearish MegaETH. Short versus long. Let's really bait these. I want to get some MegaETH people in here because I would like their takes. Okay. So it's the institutions use this thing. Everyone is saying that. So you're saying that it actually is performant enough. I mean, I've seen Bread Guy talk about this a lot, how their TPS is going to be unbelievable. Or it already is. I played that Crossy Roads game that they had, which was cool, a cool demonstration of it. But you're saying this is better suited for scalability and for institutions to use blockchain over Base, over. Dude, this is so tough. Like, what about Tempo, right? Like Tempo by Stripe. Why would institutions be like, yeah, I'm going to give all my upside. I'm not going to build my own blockchain and capture all of the upside myself. I'm going to go on MegaETH or Solana or Sui or whatever it is. I struggle to get that across my head. I
think it's one thing to develop your own blockchain. I think it's another thing to develop your own performant blockchain. I think that the level of tech that MegaETH has been building over the years is going to be the moat. Tempo is just like stablecoin. I mean, yes, I understand. Like you can make your own blockchains, but I think there is like technical limitations, and not every company is going to want to also become a blockchain company.
How much do these companies care about a blockchain? Why would they not just like? I am really out on this whole belief that companies are going to be like obsessed with building blockchain. I think it's going to happen, but I think we're years away. We're years away from that happening, and we're talking about now MegaETH launching, which is a shiny new chain. I think it's going to be a premium. It has an attention premium upon launch, and it's fast. Overarch is saying real-time transaction is massive. I do think that is true. I think it matters for the dude. I'm just so pissed right now at crypto, to be honest, that I'm like, real-time transaction is massive for who? Overarch, right? Like, dude, people will literally trade Bitcoin ordinals, will go on Bitcoin to buy runes if they can speculate on something.
Those people don't matter. Everyone we're talking about right now, everyone we're talking to in the audience, everyone that we're talking to on Twitter doesn't matter in this thesis.
So who's going to use this?
The institutions who are piling in billions of dollars,
dude,
billions of dollars into crypto. They're the ones that are propping up this crypto bull market right now. They're the ones using the rails. They're the ones switching from TradFi rails to crypto rails, and that's where it matters. We're not talking about Joe Schmo down the street trying to buy an ordinal and like needing it to be instant.
How does this work then?
We're talking about hyper traders. We talked about CBB last week trying to arbitrage within 2-second intervals. That is what is what this is built for. It's built for the people trying to implement these hedge strategies, instant transactions, being close to data centers, like big money moving on chain is who this is built for.
Got it. And you're saying, they're going to look at MegaETH and they're going to go, wow, this is so much faster. I have a technical advantage if I trade on MegaETH versus another blockchain. I'm not like, I genuinely want to understand because I've grown so skeptical of any of this stuff. And I love like the technical stuff I'm just like so out on it. And I've learned to be skeptical, but I'm not like completely throwing it out. And I think at some point we will see this be relevant. But right now I'm like, does it even matter?
No, I understand. And I'm feeling like even better just scrolling through our comments right now. I don't think I've seen one comment on YouTube that has been like positive MegaETH or bullish MegaETH. It is all negative. Like Ray chugging Kool-Aid. I can't take performant blockchain anymore. That's what's holding crypto back. There aren't enough blockchains, real-time transactions. Let's see what else we got. Is this Ray's first cycle? We don't matter. Thanks, Ray. Institutions, dude. Come on, dog. Yeah. So like everyone in the comments right now is like absolutely bearish, and that makes me feel even more bullish.
I don't think it's bearish necessarily. I think it's skepticism is the official, like, what is the token? Again, there's a difference between building a sick blockchain and making price go up. That's what I want to differentiate between. This could be a freaking sick blockchain, but then it's like, okay, what teams do you have on there? I've seen the Mega Mafia stuff. I think it's interesting, but it like, what is MegaETH? Is it what's the Mega token? Is it a governance token? Why should I own this?
We're still waiting on like exactly what is the token's utility.
It's so hard doing this shit, dude. Like, it's so hard building. Not only do you have to build a good blockchain, you have to have teams that are building good enough apps to be on the blockchain, but not good enough to where they're like, yo, we're going to go somewhere else, or we're going to build our own L2 because we want to capture that upside. And then you also have to build tokenomics that to the speculator makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that that's not happening I'm not saying that MegaETH didn't do that or isn't doing that. I'm just saying I've learned over years of being in the space that 99% of the time this doesn't work. And you're stuck with a lot of, I don't know. But the other side of me is like, this could be what breaks the trend. And there could be blockchains that really push out forward. We have new teams that are fresh and aren't bogged down with like the bullshit of being in crypto for the last 7 years, right? And these guys could be shipping fast, but like, what are you going to do on MegaETH? You're going to use Euphoria. Why would you use Euphoria, the real-time trading app?
Again, I don't think it's built for us. And I don't think that we're going to move the needle as much. Like, you're just like looking for cool apps, like cool apps for crypto native people. If you're looking at blockchains like that, it just all you need to worry about is casinos. Because right now, the only product market fit for people who are listening to this show and people who are listening on Spaces and people we talk to on Twitter is how to gamble and make money on crypto.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that, best way to make money, the best way to extract is a casino. So if you're saying like, oh, like this isn't a casino enough of a casino, then yeah, I mean, I can understand. But I think that this sort of thing is where we got to move the space forward.
I'm agreeing with you on the casino piece. That right now there's no product market fit other than basically like gambling, right? And I'm not saying MegaETH. If MegaETH had gambling, I wouldn't use it. That would not be enough to make me use it. I think we're still so early in this crypto ecosystem that that's my exact thing is like, okay, you want to build, we're years away from this being realistic. So it's hard for me to believe in these things. Dude, in general, I'm just so skeptical of a lot of things in crypto. Obviously, there's things that are exciting, but it's so exhausting. And maybe this is the bottom signal we need. I finally, like a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, when everything was dumping, I was still hopeful, right? I was like, no, this is fine. This is fine. It's worn me down. I'm at a point where today, and every time we do the show, I think we all show up very, authentically. And so I think it's actually a good pulse check to maybe see what's going on. I am absolutely exhausted as a crypto participant of what's going on. Bitcoin getting outperformed by gold, right? Like what the fuck's going on there? And then all of a sudden gold dumps like 8% or whatever it was, 5% in one day because China is going to sell it. And then China's going to do its own thing. I'm like, dude, what is going on here? And then beyond me, like everything is turning into like this meme piece. I was pissed off about the Eric Trump smirking about how much fun they're having in crypto. That really pissed me off. What else? I got rinsed on Aster. That really pissed me off. This has to be a bottom signal.
I was about to say Bitcoin's at 110K and you're feeling demoralized right now, just off of fresh all-time highs.
And by the way, most of my like 60% of my portfolio, probably like 70 to 75% of my net worth is in Bitcoin adjacent things. And even I'm like, what the fuck? So, dude, I'm like, what? I think so. Wolfie brings up an interesting point. He said late 2024 felt better than this. The reason why is because it felt like you could make money speculating on things on a very short term time horizon. You might not have been able to do it, but it at least felt that way. Now you can call it what it is. This meme coin, like it was just straight bullshit.
ChatGPT wrappers, meme coins that all went to zero.
That was ridiculous, right? So if anything, it's like the space is maturing, potentially is an argument, and it's going to continue to mature. I mean, even like a year ago versus today, it feels so much different as far as like the crypto landscape.
Well, I think we're shifting away from speculation to revenue and real value. Like we saw that shift. Like we saw like it was almost like the Trump token was the death of speculation. And then what we saw like kind of like rise from the ashes were like revenue numbers and mind share and token launchpad, like market share and actual like metrics that showed success of crypto products. And then that also like provided value directly back to crypto tokens, buybacks. How much revenue are they making so that we can figure out how much they're going to buy back of the token. And then we figure out how much our price goes up. It's like less speculation and moving more towards the actual numbers, which in any kind of maturing asset class makes sense.
Like, I do agree. I feel comfortable. That's why I hold hype. That's why I hold pump. I love the token buybacks. This makes complete sense to me. I don't know. Like I still hold Solana and I'm like, Solana. I
mean, I think right now you just hold tokens you believe in and wait for like a big retail pump or a big adoption pump. Like I think it's coming. Like we've talked about this. I've been talking about this all year. It's like we're getting tailwinds, regulation clarity, like easier. Like people, they were saying like airdrops for USA people from the US can invest in tokens easier. It's clear you can work here, you can build here, you can do what you want in crypto. We're providing exemptions that you can just go and break things, and you can say, okay, we're using the crypto exemption to explore new frontiers. And I think we're going to see people creating at the bleeding edge of crypto. We're going to see the regulation allowing it, and then we're going to see VC money float back into crypto. What really like sent things back in 2020, 2021 was VC money slamming into crypto and just absolutely pumping the entire market. We haven't seen that like VC capital hit those levels yet, but I think we are on our way to getting there. So like that's like my thought process right now. Buy good tokens, speculate less, take these bigger market cap tokens, protect your stack, wait for that like real big market push where you're going to be feeling euphoria. You're going to be feeling like everything's PVE. That's when you want to be taking more risks, like as that period is starting up. Right now, like you said, everyone's kind of like, like this sucks, this chopped. We just had the biggest liquidation event in all of crypto, but like things are kind of holding up.
Yeah, I just have gotten. Yeah, I think it's better to not speculate. I think also the problem right now, because there's a lack of well, people just want to speculate on things, by the way. That's all people want to do. Product market fit is just tokens to speculate on. And what's hard is, yeah, it's very tempting. I've fallen into the trap where you want to speculate, and there's things that go viral on Twitter, and then they go viral on Twitter, and then they start pumping, and then once it reaches that, you have a very limited time horizon to get out. We saw it with Aster, we saw it with XPL, we saw it with these 4 meme coins, the BNB meme coins. We saw it with Enter whatever chain token. So look, I wish you the best of luck, Raymond. I really hope this. I mean, you're gonna cook on MegaETH regardless. You made a very smart play with your fluffle. The question is whether that unlocks, how much unlocks right away, how much doesn't. What happened with this Limitless token yesterday? I mean, this guy is an absolute nut job. The prediction market guy.
I heard he crashed out. What happened? Like I don't even know like what his handle is.
So for people that don't know, this Limitless token was someone that did a pre-sale on Kaido, and it was massively oversubscribed because they raised at a pretty small valuation. I don't know what the valuation was at. They basically, I mean, and that's a whole different thing. They raised a small amount of money at a small valuation and use that as marketing, right? You use that, you get people excited. You say it was a 5x on launch, but people only were able to pledge like, $10 or whatever it was. Anyways, this guy's building a prediction market on Base. He went back and forth exposing Binance for their listing process 2 weeks ago. Basically saying that the listing process is pretty predatory to get a token listed on Binance. Went back and forth with CZ, went viral. Fast forward to today or yesterday, their token went live, their Limitless token, and it debuted at. Well, what was weird was at first the token went live with no warning. So initially people were like, what happened? Why is this happening? I saw a lot, and then there were some reports of some people, some people thought it was fake. Other people, apparently there were some snipers that ate very well on it. And the FUD here was basically during the pump, the founder or the team or whatever they said market makers were selling the token. So they were dumping during the price go up. And then the founder was like, hey, we're market making this thing. Right. So I'm assuming when it goes above a certain limit, a certain range, they sell. And then when it goes below a certain point, they buy. So it was just pretty interesting. This guy got a lot of hate for it. The founder is very outspoken. This reminds you of like some NFT founders that like think they're the shit and think they know exactly.
What's his at?
CJ. Just look up CJ. It'll come up. Oh, I guess not. I mean, his Twitter has been a CJH Tech. Very interesting to see. Have seen this play out over the last 24 hours. But I mean, I was holding up this basic. What's interesting here, you take away all of this, Ray. What's interesting is the price action. This is the first like prediction market we've seen. I'm surprised you weren't all over this. So this limitless.
I couldn't participate in the Kaido one or the other one.
Well, you could buy right now.
We talked about it on the show yesterday. Just the launch. We had the token launch up on the screen. We tried to use the website. The website didn't work yesterday. So like that's essentially what happened. I saw that Price's market man. I didn't realize he crashed out. I'm not.
I think he called someone from Wintermute a dumbass, which was funny. This token, right? So you're not interested in this token at all?
No, I have no interest in this.
$260 million FTV.
No interest.
Is this higher than Myriad? What are the volumes on this?
I do not know the volumes on this. I just know that the website didn't work for me multiple times. I tried to use it, and it's more like not global prediction markets. It's a lot of just like maybe crypto go up, crypto go down. Yeah. So we were talking about it with Kix and Easy yesterday, and I don't think.
Oh, so it's less about prediction markets and more about like maybe like more of a perps trading.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, that is just completely useless to me then. Because I was expecting, I don't know. What do you expect Myriad to be higher than this? $260 million FTV.
I think it's a good comp.
Good comp? Okay. Myriad token.
Is there a poly market on the Myriad token?
No.
No, I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, I don't know if there's any like speculation or pre-markets on that yet. But I'd say this is like a decent comp in terms of FTV. I don't know, like it might be less supply or less like bundled and stuff like that going on, but I think it's fair. That's where I'd expect them to be.
Yeah, I think I was going for Myriad at around there too. I don't know what price I would buy it at. I also don't. Yeah. Okay, cool. So this was not a super relevant launch then on the prediction market side. What else we got, Ray?
I want to talk about the Kinetiq that everyone on the show who's commenting they've never heard it before are liars. Because
guys, get ready. We're going to talk about something this might be the record for the most niche thing we've talked about potentially. We're going into Hyperliquid. We're going to the Hype EVM ecosystem. What is Kinetiq Hype is what we're going to be talking about here, folks. Ray, what is Kinetiq on Hyperliquid?
So Kinetiq offers Hyperliquid staking, essentially, where you can stake Hype, earn yield on your staked Hype. So like any liquid staking token allows you to stake the native token and then still have that capital to borrow against, lend against, etc. So liquid staking token is what K-Hype is. We've been talking about this on the show multiple times. When I've been talking about farming Project X, I've always said, here's how you hit the Kinetiq farm while you're doing all these other things on Hyper EVM. We talked about it. Unit Bitcoin, Kinetiq Hype pair on Project X. You farm Project X points, you farm unit points, and you farm Kinetiq points. All three of those. And then in 2 weeks or a month or 2 months, I'm going to be talking about the unit token. And you're going to say, Ray, who has heard of unit? No one knows what unit is. Why are we even talking about this?
No, that's not what it is. I just, this is so crypto in the way that I'm like, dude, I've never been good at this stuff, by the way. Like I am a terrible farmer. So hearing you say stuff like, you got to get that access. Who doesn't want a Project X points? And then you go to Project X and then you deposit K-Hype and then you use the K-Hype and you earn yield on that. But then you loop it 3 times and then you're going to get access to whatever other token you just said. What was the token? Unit. You're going to get access to the unit token and then you're triple farming right now. And once you start triple farming, then you get a special bonus points for the triple farm. And then you can use that triple farm to use that bonus, and you're going to get a Hyperliquid airdrop.
See, what's bullish is the friction, and like
I know it is. I know
it sounds so overwhelming. It's really not overwhelming. It's like 3 buttons. It's literally like 3 buttons and understanding how to LP. This is why people are printing on this Meteora airdrop, because they know how to LP. LPing, if you're in the crowd and you don't know how to LP, go to Easy's YouTube page, watch his guide on LPing, learn how to LP. It's very simple to do with cash that you have sitting on the side. Yes, you have to worry about impermanent loss. Yes, like there are some negatives, but having that in your arsenal, in your tool set for being a crypto participant in this degen world where there is farming, where there are these opportunities, is just important. Yeah, I mean, it was farming this pair on Project X, buying unit Bitcoin, buying Kinetiq Hype, depositing it into this liquidity pool. Simple as that. Earn fees on it. Price goes up, price goes down. You sell Bitcoin to buy Hype. You sell Hype to buy Bitcoin is like the underlying thought. But then you're earning all these points on top. So it's like you're earning more yield than what you would just normally be doing LPing.
Yeah. No, and most of the audience, by the way, is on your side. Most of the audience is like, Clemente's a complete idiot. Dude, you're not farming this K-Hype kinetics. You're not earning Project X points. You're not earning yields on your USDC right now. I mean, you're a complete loser idiot. So, I'm just in the minority, I guess, to be monitoring these DeFi positions. Yeah. I was not around. I did not actively participate during a DeFi summer. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not hard to learn. It's really not that. It's
not even the learning thing. It's just I have no interest in doing it. I'm like, okay, I have to spend 4 hours or 2 hours learning this thing, and then I have to spend another 2 hours a week. How long is it? 2 hours a week, an hour a week. It's just another thing that you have to monitor. And it's like, okay, how many points do I have? What yield am I earning? Should I go more risky? What bounds should I set up? And then how many points? What ranking am I? Maybe I should just do that instead of buying random ass coins. Maybe I should do this. Maybe this is the key I've been missing.
I mean, there are ways to just not, like, you can adjust how much you have to look at it. Like you can adjust how much you have to look at an LP. You could say, like, I like Bitcoin and I like Hyperliquid, and I'm just going to say if they move in 30% in either direction, I'm fine. And you just leave this thing open. You set it, forget it. It stays in this range perpetually. You don't earn as much yield. You don't earn as many points, but
all right, what's next in the Docker, Ray? I don't want to talk about this anymore. Well, was there something you wanted to say though? Was there there's a TG coming up or something?
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to what I wanted to say. Okay, yeah, they released. So just to TLDR, they released their distribution. 24% of the Genesis distribution is going to go to K points holders. This comes out to about $11.50 per K point at what the current FDV is projected to be on Polymarket. So, I mean, take it with a grain of salt, because there's not a lot of volume on the Polymarket and there's not a lot of open interest. But basically, like, the line is like, is it going to open up below or above 500 million? And it's
500 million?
And that's basically, it's like a 50-50 coin play.
Wow. Okay. So, I mean, this thing's going to, what's, okay. So this is the Jito of Hyperliquid.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm not saying I'm wrong here. Like, I am a chump in crypto. See, my camera overheats and I gotta switch. I am a crypto chump. I want to make that clear. Do not listen to me if you're interested in like really getting down the crypto rabbit hole. Ray is your guy on this. So, okay, Jito's at $1 billion FDV, $420 million market cap. That's on Solana is, 8x the market cap of Hyperliquid, 7x the market cap. Now you can make the counter argument. There's not as much DeFi on. This is where my head's at. There's more what is that? Jeff wants to build the all-in-one finance app. So 1% of the token goes to Hyper NFT holders. Should we go in together on a Hyper NFT? Is that what the real thing to do is? That's the stuff I like press a button once, come back, price is up or down.
Let's take a look. How much would you be willing to throw into a hyper NFT right now?
10 grand.
Wow. So you have that much faith in the Hyperliquid ecosystem, but not the faith in the individual pro. I mean, I guess it's more effort for you and like needing to monitor, I suppose.
Like, so they're getting 1% of this thing. How much is one? So you're getting $5 million of an air. If this thing opens up at 500 mil, how many hyper NFTs are there? There's 4,600 of these things. What's $5 million divided by
5 million? Just under $1,100.
Okay, so that's not nearly as much as I expected.
And at the price of $40 hype, these are just under 50K a pop.
Yeah, 50K a pop. We need 5 people to go in on this.
I'd rather put 10K into the MegaETH presale.
Dan S says, I don't think the hypers are getting a Kinetiq airdrop. They literally are. They said 1% of supply goes to it.
Yeah, it's right here. Hyper holders, 1%.
How do I get exposure to this hyper? Is there a hyper? Oh, someone's going to shill me the fucking treasury strategy token, probably.
There's a good post by Bobby that I think makes sense. Bobby Big Yield. Let's take a look over here. He was basically calling for, and who knows, maybe developing, like a hyper fractionalization, which makes a lot of sense. We've seen fractionalized NFTs not really work before. I'm going to read his post here. I'm surprised no one has tokenized hyper NFTs. Hypers are doing 7 figures of volume per day, yet their $40,000 floor makes them inaccessible to most people. Liquid token can massively expand the holder base, unlock borrowing, lending, LPing, Pendle, yield, and principal tokens, farming airdrops at the same time. So for this, like, we've never seen fractionalization for NFTs really work. But I think for this specific use case, for like an airdrop magnet NFT, when there's value accruing to the NFT for just holding it, coming from outside of people just speculating on the NFT, I think it makes sense. You can say like, okay, I really like hypers. I don't want to spend $10,000, but you know what? I'll put, or I don't want to spend $50,000, but like you said, I'll put $10,000 into a fractionalized piece of a hyper, and I'll earn all the airdrops it earns at that percent. I'll earn all of the like fees it trades at that percent. Like, does that make sense to you? Does that make you interested, or like you have to hold the whole token, the whole NFT?
No, that makes the thing is when it starts trading above the price that it's supposed to trade at is when I'm like, what is going on? But this makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you would think that it kind of like should arbitrage itself out, because if you have a system where you can just like fractionalize one of these NFTs and get the equal amount of tokens, then you can be like, you know, buying the NFT, selling the NFT, buying the token, selling the token, depending on where the price fluctuates for the two items, and people would be doing that. So for like a straight up fractionalization play, I think this makes sense, and they should trade theoretically at the same value. But yeah, I would be very interested to see somebody launch something like this. Quick check up on Meteora. We are trading at, what are we trading at? 6 bill still right now, holding steady. There's still like a ton to talk about. There's some like fun stuff to talk about too. You talk about some fun stuff?
I thought we were just talking about the fun stuff.
Did you see that Chauncey Billups got arrested for gambling?
No, I did not.
So Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier got arrested for gambling. Look at this.
Still going. Meter, and the meter's still running. Still going.
What are we looking at here?
We're watching Terry Rozier basically throw games in the NBA, just passing it to the other team, like missing shots on purpose, throwing it to the other team. He just got arrested this morning. Is he taking the other side on prediction markets right now? I thought that was like a really funny.
Damn. He was charged. Chauncey Billups was charged in an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then Terry Rozier. Very interesting. Got it.
Yeah, guilty for fixing games.
Is there any tie to Is there any tie to crypto on this, or were you just wanting to see it?
I just wanted to show that. Maybe he's betting on prediction markets. We're going to see more and more, I think, of like this insider stuff, though, with prediction markets. It's going to be a lot easier to do, a lot of shady stuff.
Yeah.
And the number 2, I've shown this guy. I don't know if I've talked to you about him before, but the YoungHoon Kim, the highest IQ in the world guy. Have you seen this guy yet?
Yeah.
Partnering with both Pudgy Penguins and World Liberty Financial over the last week. He's also trying to launch Bitcoin 2.0 in the name of Jesus Christ. Certified honorary Grandmaster of Memory. A, this guy's just funny. And B, like, what is World Liberty Financial and Pudgy Penguins doing? Is this like marketing stunt 101?
He's an advisor for Pudgy.
He's partnered with Pudgy. Pudgy and Luca are partnering. Or like him and Pudgy are partnering.
Wait, what the fuck is this shit?
He's going to airdrop his Bitcoin 2.0 to all Pudgy Penguins holders.
This is funny. OX Risk saying this guy's outsmarting himself. That's literally what's happening. He's in way too deep. I mean, this guy is off his gourd. He's too smart for his own good. He's so smart that he's stupid, is what's happening. He's gone. He's looping back in the IQ thing back to square one. He's so right curve that he's now moved on back to the left curve.
He's got official research papers modeling and psychometric value evaluation of an exceptionally high IQ score of 276 in a single case study.
This guy, I would hate hanging out with him. I'm going to be honest. That sounds absolutely horrible. I'm sorry. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but this is one of probably the last few I'd want to hang out with. He'd remember everything you say.
He's got the official world record certificate for the world's highest IQ person now.
You'd say something and be like, no, I remember 3 years ago you said actually that you lied. Be like, yo, dude, I'm just trying to chill.
Look at these certificates. Can I apply to just get these certificates made? There's like letters vouching for him. It's like this doctor's like, yeah, this guy's really smart. I believe him.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this guy or him being associated with Pudgy. If anything, makes you bearish. World Liberty Financial. What? Literally the biggest scam on planet Earth. Wow.
As the world's highest IQ record holder, parenthesis, by World Memory Championships and an official world record, end parentheses, I predict World Liberty Financial, co-founded by President Donald Trump, will be top 10 crypto within a year. That's why I'm the official ambassador of WLFI.
This literally feels fake. It feels like a parody. Like it feels like a bit we would do.
Right?
Ridiculous. I mean, what is going on nowadays, dude? I'm like, I don't know if it's because I'm on social media more, but I sometimes it's like, what is going on in the world? I feel like those boomers that are like, back in my day was not this insane. And I feel like everyone says the world's getting crazier, but then at the same time, I'm like, maybe it feels like it is.
I think we are. I think we're getting there. I think things are getting crazier. I think I tend to agree with you. I'm going to run through some quick hitters before we wrap. If you want all these delivered to your inbox every day, every weekday, Monday through Friday, go to dailybones.com. Subscribe. Saturday, bonus episode of the newsletter. You get a breakdown of the week. All right, so quick hitters. Let's run through these real quick. A16Z released State of Crypto 2025, where they said there's 20 to 30 million active users in crypto. We saw the U.S. sanctioning Russian oil companies. Hackers associated with the Libyan mining pool moved over $1.8 billion worth of Bitcoin over the last 24 hours. Aster, I just met her, announced rocket launch to support early stage projects. We talked about Robinhood listing BNB. Pendle, we talked about Pendle a little bit. They are approaching a monthly high in revenue. Coinbase rolled out their Coinbase One credit card powered by American Express. Moonbirds launched their free soulbound token mint for people who pre-ordered Solana sneaker phones. Make sure you go mint that. The Burb token is coming out on Solana, and they're giving these NFTs on Solana. You can put 2 and 2 together. Magic Eden packs went live, and we have the first Asian Solana ETF getting approved in Hong Kong. Clemente remembers his first Asian. Get all that and more in the Daily Bone podcast, in the Daily Bone newsletter, dailybones.com to sign up. Clemente, any closing words on a fun show today with just us two going back?
I don't know if we made any progress on my this show was a roller coaster of emotions for me. I am not any more bearish or bullish. I think I got a little bit further on some of my thoughts I've been wrestling with about literally being like, what the fuck is going on? We're doomed. Yeah, I don't know what that Asian comment was. Let's wrap this
Just completely threw him off. Thank you all for listening today. It's been a wonderful episode of the Daily Bone podcast. We appreciate each and every one of you. We do this podcast Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. You can catch us on all major podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple. You can also watch us back on YouTube. See what we're talking about in